Coming up on Newswatch, Nancy Pelosi announces her 2024 re-election.
A volcano eruption in Hawaii.
And Metallica had a special guest sneak into their Los Angeles concert. Good evening, everyone. I'm Devon
And I'm Ben May. We will have all this, that, and more on Newswatch. Tropical Storm Lee is the latest in a series of storms coming from the Atlantic Ocean. With winds approaching 150 miles per hour, the Category 3 cyclone is traveling northwest towards Florida. The path of the storm remains uncertain. However, recent weather models show the storm will likely pass over the East Coast. Experts will be monitoring Tropical Storm Lee's path as it moves across the Atlantic.
FBI Director Christopher Wray warned U.S. officials and the public about the number of Russian spies still operating in the United States. Wray made the announcement last Thursday at the Spy Museum in Washington, D.C., despite the country's best efforts to reduce the number of Russian spies. Wray states that Russia employs not only traditional officers, but foreigners as well, citing the 2020 arrest of a Mexican national accused of assisting Russian intelligence. Last Friday, former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi announced that she will seek re-election to Congress in 2024. The 83-year-old Democrat representing California's 11th district announced the news before volunteers and labor allies in San Francisco. In a tweet, Pelosi explained her reasoning for running, saying she wants America to show the rest of the world that her flag is still standing with liberty and justice for all. Pelosi's announcement unfolds while the House of Republicans prepares to launch an impeachment inquiry into President Joe Biden because of his business handlings with his son, Hunter.
Our bus announced on August 30th that it would be expanding routes to Buffalo and New York City this fall. The popular transportation system among Ithaca residents added 5 new buses to their fleet, allowing them to offer these additional rides. Our bus will also be offering additional routes during the holidays with discounted pricing for students. Along with this, express options are being added to New York City, cutting down the time by almost an hour. These new routes will give Ithaca residents more options for travel over the fall. The Kilauea volcano in Hawaii has just begun erupting again. Footage of the eruption shows lava pouring out of the volcano, releasing large amounts of gas and volcanic ash. Kilauea is one of the most active volcanoes on Earth and has been continuously active since 1983. Geologists have raised the event to a, quote, red alert, warning that a large amount of volcanic ash will likely be released into the atmosphere. The gas released from the eruption will react with the atmosphere to create a visible haze or fog around the island and could potentially have negative impacts on the environment.
The IRS announced last Friday that it is launching an effort to crack down on 1,600 millionaires and 75 large business partnerships that owe hundreds of millions of dollars in past taxes. IRS Commissioner Daniel Werfel said with an increase in federal funding and artificial intelligence, the agency can target wealthy individuals who have cut corners on their taxes. The announcement showcases the positive efforts of new funding under President Joe Biden's Democratic administration as Republicans in Congress try to cut some of the funding.
USA's Katie Moon and Australia's Nina Kennedy shared a gold medal at the women's pole vault final during the World Athletics Championship. Both athletes were able to clear 4.9 meters during the competition, but neither cleared 5 meters on any of their attempts. It was clear during the final hour of the competition that they would tie, so Kennedy offered to share the medal with Moon. For the first time in history, 2 athletes shared a gold medal at the World Athletics Championships.
On August 25th, a dog named Storm snuck out of her Los Angeles home to attend a Metallica concert. The band posted about their surprise guest on their Facebook and said, "Our friend Storm snuck out of her home adjacent to SoFi Stadium and made her way to the gig all by herself." After enjoying a night out listening to heavy metal, Storm was taken to a nearby shelter and later reunited with her owner. The metal band is currently on tour for their latest album, 72 Seasons. Wow, isn't that just such an interesting story?
Very fun story. Do you have any pets, Devin?
I do. I have a dog, but she does not like heavy metal. She loves to watch Animal Planet, so maybe she'll sneak out to the zoo.
Coming up next on Newswatch, pickleball is named America's national sport.
Step Brothers is named the best movie of all time.
And Cameron Manna loses fantasy football.
Stay with us.